Hey, I wanted to do this video while the kids are asleep. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest with you. Oh, I never put my phone on the charger. There's no way I'm touching my fucking wall. There's a second. I remember the date. There's a second. Oh, I'm proud of myself. I remember the date. Okay, today's the second. It's like 7 something in the morning. I want to say. No, lies. I don't think that's right. Hold on, let me see. If my phone is right here, which I forgot to charge. 6:39. Okay, 6:39 in the morning. I woke up and I wanted to get this video done before the kids wake up. This whole situation with CPS, it really does have me stressed out. Not because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose my kids or anything like that, because I'm all about my kids, so that's a proven thing. I'm not worried about losing them. Yo, you guys don't understand. The way they're crawling on my walls right now. Actually, I wasn't supposed to record this way, because I was supposed to put the other video in first to show y'all what I woke up to. But oh well. I'll just... So, there was a whole bunch on this wall crawling when I woke up. And that one's going on the ceiling. Those are the ones that fall, and I pray to God it does not fall, because the girls are sleeping right there. Okay. And if I'm going too fast, I'm sorry, but I'm already hyperventilating from what I went through just this morning, and I'm just trying to calm down. But okay, so sorry for switching it so fast. Sorry for running through the room so fast. I hate that I have this phobia. Like, I straight up hate the fact that I have this phobia. Like, straight up hate the fact that I have this phobia. Okay, so I wanted to do this video while the kids were asleep. So, I want to really explain something. Sorry, but there's like one again over the girls. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just see it over in my head now. Well, it doesn't look like it's definitely directly over my head, but I just know that's a different one. No, it's the same one. I just want to make sure it doesn't fall on the girls. So you're just gonna... Okay. Anyways, y'all, I would tell y'all to watch it and let me know what's gonna fall. Damn, well, no, that's not how this works. Oh, why is she away from the bed? Or it's away from the bed, so I don't have to worry about the kids. Okay, so I want to explain this part. Not explain this part. I'm just... The way that my mind works, when I really feel offended, when I feel like somebody came for me, when I feel disrespected, when I feel treated like shit, when I feel belittled, anything that can be what my egg donor did to me while I was growing up triggers my PTSD. And when it triggers my PTSD, it triggers my bipolar as well, making it then hard for me to function and do what I have to do with the kids, because I obviously don't want to go snapping at them. My train of thought is really horrible. It is more horrible than what it normally is, because it really cannot wrap its mind around the fact that the same people that I ask for help and that I trusted my kids with to get the help were the same people that call CPS on me. I just don't understand how they think that that was the best decision to make when I terminated services. Like, I just don't understand. Y'all didn't do what I asked for y'all to help me and the kids. Like, I told y'all what they needed to work on. What they needed to work on is exactly the. Oh, that second must have fell somewhere, but I didn't hear it drop. How do I explain this, man? Like, I'm not a big doctor person. I'm not a big, like, how can I put it? Like, I give my kids the services that they need. Yes, I do. So before we came down here with some job, coming down here is like the worst decision I think I ever made, man. Before we left CT, my kids always had individual therapy, sibling therapy. Mind you, before Stank was born, because Stank is only 3 and she was born before we came down here. 3.5 months before we came down here. What was I saying? Yeah, so sibling therapy, individual therapy, and whenever needed or whenever like the therapist felt that it was needed, it would be a family session. So then this way everything was dealt with. Kids were perfectly fine. Like, we would function with no problem. The stuff that's going on now is nowhere near anything what we went through CT, like, at all, because again, like I said, I always make sure my kids are straight before I am. So that's a priority. I mean, I know it should be the other way around, because obviously they can't be taken care of if I'm not okay, but parents get so caught up in taking care of themselves, they don't realize they're neglecting their kids. So train of thought on that focus, train of thought on that focus. So coming down here, not having a car, all these services can't continue like we were doing. And then not just that, I find out that like down here, they break everything up. They break it up from like adolescents and then adults. But what about in my scenario where it's an adult and 2 adolescents? Like, how does that help us? It gets us in the situation that we are in right now. For example, I just can't believe you broke my trust. Like, honestly, I was molested when I was younger. Don't care to tell that story, and that's probably a story we're never going to discuss. I just can't do it. But I was saying something. Oh, I felt like they legit, like completely just violated me all over again. Like, they literally just fucking raped me all over again. All over again. They just raped me differently. And they're bullying me. They are mentally bullying me. They know I'm already suicidal. They know I'm already like ready to kill myself. So why, like I told CPS, can I call CPS on them for endangering my kids and endangering my mental health, knowing I'm already suicidal? Do you think I need you knocking on my door right now? Like, do you think that right now is a perfect moment for you to be knocking on my door, knowing I'm ready to just jump off of anybody's bridge? Because I can't. Like, I can't even live with the fact that my kids have to live with this. Or live like this until we can get out of here. And the only thing that's holding me still here is the fact that I don't have the financial peace. If the roaches wouldn't have, you know what? Just shut up on that. Just shut up on that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I think this is why I have a hard time wrapping my mind around this. Like, I don't understand. Why am I being bullied or jeopardized for having kids with disabilities and for having one myself? I asked their worker, their lady, whatever their title are, I'm just gonna call it case manager because I That's what I've been calling it this whole entire time, even though that's not really the title. Their case manager was not doing what she was supposed to do. Delano was freaking out every time she was on the phone to talk to him, or like every time she was supposed to come over. Both of my kids are high functioning autistics. They don't do that over the phone. Shit. What autistic kids do anybody? I don't know any autistic kids that really do over the phone. Because even when I talk to my niece Kaylee, it's, she'll be like, hi, she'll pop in the camera real quick, say hi. Like, that's about it. She goes about her business. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand. I'm just literally like baffled, yo. Like, baffled. And then it's not just that. Like, okay, so I told the baby. Bless you. Thank you. I told the baby. Sorry, I'm still tired, bro. And if I made a mistake of putting that box close to the wall, now they're gonna be trying to hide behind the box. That box is holding my computer, and I really don't want these suckers on it. Yo, every time my bracelet touches my wrist or it moves, I think it's a freaking roach, and I look down like, please don't let me watch me. And it ends up being my bracelet. I just pray that one day I don't think it's the bracelet, and it turns out to be something else. Keep going, got a little bit more to go. Don't fall. You fall on this bad. Keep going. A little bit more to go before the bed is cleared out. Okay, and another one. Yo, I just can't. I can't catch this break. I can't catch this break. But this is really weighing heavy on me. And it's weighing heavy on me because I have trust issues. I was violated by the woman who carried me, who was supposed to be my protector, who was supposed to be my mother. Like, so if I was violated by her, who is supposed to be someone I'm supposed to, I'm not saying she's the one that molested me, so don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't want to go into details, but my mom did violate me as a human being, as a person in many different freaking ways. Like, I have trust issues. I have serious abandonment and trust issues. Like, serious. When my PTSD is triggered, like, serious. So when I get services for myself or for my kids, I always try to make sure that it's somebody that we connect with, that we're comfortable with, because if not, then we have to switch. I've always said you have to vibe with whoever's helping you. So from the first day their lady came in here to like get introduced, I didn't like her. But that wasn't my person. So because it was not my person, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not one of those. Like, I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And the fact that Biva's older, I really don't have to communicate with her as much because Biva can whatever and then relays it back to me. So it doesn't affect me, and as long as the kids are getting the services that they need, that's all I care about. I'll hold my bipolar. I'll hold my attitude. Like, I'll do what I have to do so my kids can get what they have to get. But from the first day that she came, I didn't like her. I didn't like her. That day, I was reprimanding Delano about, what did he do? I don't remember. He didn't pee. Did he pee? I think it was the pee. Yes, it was the pee and the smell of pee. And let me tell y'all this. If y'all gonna call CPS or DCF on somebody, please make sure that you don't give details that only you know. So then the person who you called on will know definitely who called. Nobody else knows Delano was peeing in the living room but them. And that only happened because I needed them to work with him on this. I don't know if this was coming from the ODD or if it was coming from the autism. It just had started out the blue. And now my living room, which I don't really go into, but this day I was going into it because as of yet, this was in January, beginning of January. So as of yet, this apartment was not infested like that. So I'm sitting out in the living room and I'm talking to him about it, and then she gonna sit on the couch and she go, "Well, it's okay, but excuse me." No, 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 you do not. Please do not tell him it's okay. Oh, I don't mean it's okay like that. No, just please do not do that. First of all, who the fuck are you? Who are you? I didn't even know your name at this time. You just walk up in my house, sit on a couch, and are like, it's okay. Nah, bitch, I'm raising my kids with values. I'm raising my kids with morals. I'm raising my kids. Okay. I'm the one raising these kids with, you know what I'm saying? How can I put it? I don't know how to explain it. Where I'm still upholding stuff for them that I'm expecting them to meet, even though they have conditions. It just gets modified to work out with their conditions, but they're still going to be expected the same thing that I would expect the normies. Like, come on, yo, this is the only way they're going to learn. This is the only way they're going to be functioning in the real world. So that was already the I don't fuck with you type of person. Then I'm a real honest and blunt person. Like when I say I'm crazy, I'm not calling my people like, can you please stop calling yourself crazy? No, I'm not going to stop calling myself crazy. First of all, I like being crazy. And I don't know if it's just me, but I like being crazy. I hate some of the um I want to say consequences, but some of the outcomes of the conditions I don't agree with. I be like I could do without those. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole when I wake up bipolar and emotional and everything is just like, get away from me. I'm gonna cry off the drop of a hat, off of everything. Why did you move? Stay next to me. Like that stupid emotional bipolar I don't like. Or even just when my PTSD is triggered and the bipolar kicks, I hate that. I hate that because it makes it so hard for me to try to control my mood, my facial expressions, everything. And people say my facial expressions, yeah. And I don't mean to do them. They're not intentional. So even though I'm trying to replicate them, I can't because they come along with the bipolar. They're part of the bipolar. Sorry, y'all. I literally just woke up when I saw that madness on my walls, and I was just like, let me do this video now while the kids are asleep, and I don't have to stress. So yeah, so from day one, I didn't like her, but I still let the kids, work with her, let her work with the kids. Delano had showed a little bit of progress the first 2 to 3 weeks. He was actually cleaning, and at this time, he was sleeping in the living room because, like I stated, it wasn't, infested. I put him in the living room on his bed, so he did have his bed frame, and his mattress, but somehow the whole entire time his bed frame was in this boy's room, was in the room him and Biba shared. It was never broke, nothing. Like, dude, the bed frame was good to go. All of a sudden, not even like a week and a half after the bed frame was in the living room, the bed frame breaks. A metal bed frame. Homeboy broke a whole side of the bed. Like, I don't understand how. How? Like, we were still, because we weren't hearing him jump. So, like, I don't understand how he did this, but he broke his bed. So I placed the mattress on the floor because there's nothing else that I can do at this time. Like, I don't have the extra money to buy a frame at the moment. My hours, like, oh, I forgot my brain now. My hours are like, they're inconsistent because of his behavior and me having to call out, or like Biva and her moods and things like that. So like, was I just still hadn't replaced that frame. Okay. She was supposed to be guiding them and helping them with their basic like home building skills, like, you know what I'm saying? Hygiene, things like that. That's what they're supposed to help with because of their, condition, especially with Delano. Delano fights about the whole hygiene piece. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to help with. And I made it clear from the first day, from my intake, from any other any other time I got asked questions, any other time of anything. I made it clear what she needs help with is executing her plans of, how to clean up. Because I can't leave the room, it's hard for me to, see if she's in other words, let's put it like this. If they tell me it's clean, I have no choice but to go by their word. Because I don't leave the room. So that's a handicap for me right now due to my phobia and my issues. If they tell me, Mom, I cleaned up, I know when Beva says she cleans up, she cleans up. The problem is this. Delano was hit with his autism. He destroys a room. Like that. Like that. He just did it last night. And then that causes an argument, and it's like I told the CPS lady, I don't have normies. If I would have had normies, we wouldn't have anything at all. Like, at all. But the fact that even though I've taught her how to clean, like, she just couldn't wrap her mind around it, things just started getting crazy, like, so okay, it's my fault. Granted, I'm not gonna say the building being vulture fetch is my fault, because that damn sure so is not the case. But it's my fault that I wasn't, because I got sick, I wasn't able to keep up on having her keep up with certain things, but also because of her suicidal, I can't be pushing her. Why do all of y'all just want to come on the ceiling right now? So that's what they were supposed to be working on. The past 2 weeks, I had 2 weeks ago, I told Viv, tell your lady you need the help, okay? Mind you, I had already spoken to her boss and told her, listen, stop trying to find places for her to volunteer. Stop trying to put my kid in daycare. Like, you guys are doing things without asking me if that's what I want. Like, I understand I said I was going to go with the flow or whatever you guys felt that the kids needed. But I made it very clear that the priority was to get out of here. Because the 2-bedroom was not working anymore. And at this time, it was mainly about the fact that I needed a 3-bedroom so he can have his own space. At this time, when I stated this, we were not taken over by the roaches yet. So I just told him, like, my priorities, getting a 3-bedroom, getting out of here. Like, I'm gonna have to most likely figure this out, whatever, but I just need to get situated, have her learn how to clean. You're gonna fall. Yeah, you're gonna fall because you're not holding on right. Don't come this way, though. Yep, you're about to fucking fall, bro. Don't come this way. Fuck, the vacuum's not in here. I don't have a broom I can hit the bitch with. Okay. No, don't come. Yo. Sorry, but you about to fucking fall, bro. If you fall on the kids, I'm gonna really have a fucking heart attack, man. It fell. Okay, now I need this sucker to get out of here. I can't even throw a shoe at it. 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 I'm holding a shoe in my hand. I got up because I want to throw a shoe at it. But I can't even throw a shoe. I was trying not to wake her up. But my shit is not going to let me even throw a shoe at this shit. And it fell. It fell. On my bed. Bruh. It fell right fucking there. Right there. Fuck off, man. bed, yo. And I just realized there's a cup under the bed and a straw under the bed. I don't go under the bed either. And I don't go under, excuse me, I don't go under the bed. I can't been down there damn well. But I just realized there's a cup and a straw and some other shit under the bed. I have not left my bed, all jokes aside. I've been really like dealing with this anxiety being so fucking high that I've just been going in and out of sleep and like just all day like going like just been so out of it. And so I just realized under my bed is a Jurassic mess. But either way, we're in the middle of cleaning and throwing everything out pretty much. So that's why I got mad at these people called CPS, because at the end of the day, if they would have been helping like they were supposed to, they would know we're leaving the latest by Monday. So you just introduce CPS into our lives, and then you have the audacity to say that I physically neglected my kids. Well, Lyrical and Delano, because because of age. Lyrical and Delano because of the apartment being, roach infested, in other words. Y'all said I physically neglect my kids. That's the worst thing you can say about a parent that lives for their kids. To me, because of my conditions and because of my, PTSD, what they did was basically the same thing my mother did to me. So these people basically told me, fuck the fact that we know you're suicidal and like you've been already letting us know for weeks now that you're deteriorating more and more. And yes, we were supposed to help you find a place to stay. And yes, we were supposed to work with your worker to help you guys find where to go. Yes, we were supposed to come in the house and help Delano, clean up and all this other stuff and show them what to do and the techniques and all that. Yes, we were supposed to provide you these services because you asked for these services, knowing that this is what you need. But instead, we're going to call CPS on you without providing the services that you asked for, so that you can get your kids taken away from you. How fucked up is that? Like, how fucked up is that? Y'all call CPS for the same exact thing I asked y'all to help with, because with their autism. Do y'all know what autism is? Do y'all know what it functions? Do y'all know the different types of functions? Let's just say this. I'm lucky my kids do what they do. Okay, I'm lucky my kids are high functioning and they do what they do. And even with them doing what they do, it's still not enough for like normies. I'm being jeopardized for having a disability and having kids with disabilities. Like, I feel like I'm being utterly, completely discriminated against. Utterly, completely discriminated against. And if this was back in TT, I would seriously think about suing these people. Because my daughter clearly went to her person and said, can you please help me? And I spoke to that person's boss and explained exactly, for like the umpteenth time, what it is that needs to be done. All she needs is somebody to just stand there and guide her. That's it. She has a game plan. We come up with a game plan of how to knock things out. Her problem is she can't execute them on her own. She just needs a person there. And unfortunately, because I can't leave my room, I'm not the person that could be there. If not, this wouldn't be a problem. But like, no, did y'all do that? No, y'all didn't. Instead, guess what happens? The lady refuses to come back into the apartment and start seeing the kids outside. Outside. So, oh my God. I'm not entitled to know what you're doing with my kids. I'm not entitled to know what you're talking to my kids about. Like, where the fuck they do this shit at? Like, nah, bro. This ain't therapy. You ain't a therapist. You're a mental health builder. You're not a therapist. So why are you taking them outside? You're being sneaky. So after like the third or fourth time, that's why I told my daughter, nope, you're not going outside. I'm done with the services. I'm done with the services. You go outside, she's asking you, how are you feeling? How are things between you and your mom? How's Delano? Send me his grades. Bitch, he got a mom. Mom right here. Did you bother to call mom and ask? Why are you putting my 18-year-old? You see that? Like, I don't understand. And then I tell my person, I'm real dizzy and nauseated right now. I tell my person, can you please just relay to whoever's boss this is or whoever she is, because I suck with names, titles, and people. Remember, 3 with mental health issues. So down here, they're making me do 2 different, like, instead of just making it all one to make it easier for me, I have to remember so many fucking things, like, it's unbelievable. Okay, so I go to my work, because today's what? Today's Friday, so this was Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? I went to go buy stuff. Yes. Yeah, so this was Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday, if it was like, hey, my lady said she was coming today. And then I was like, all right, well, when she comes, you let her know you're not going outside. Like, this is at home mental health building skills. At home. Keyword, home. Can you just, like, move? This is going to be the only way I'm going to be able to watch it while talking to y'all. This one should not be one that falls. They have fallen sometimes, but these actually can hold on to the ceiling better. Their body does not glide. They tend to not fall. So their legs tend to suction their walk better. So I should not have to worry about this one falling. Which is bad. I know the fucking difference in these motherfuckers now. But anyways, mental health skill buildings for at home, in the house, not outside in the parking lot. What are you teaching her outside in the parking lot? We don't have a car, so she can't learn how to drive. She can't learn how to clean the car. She can't learn how to wash the car. We don't have a car. So why are you taking her outside? Why are you coming back? Why are you coming back? You were just leaving. Oh no, you about to do the whole I'm about to fall shit? I just gave a whole speech on how you're not one of the ones that's about to fall. So you about to prove me wrong. Gonna make me look like a liar. It really is about to fall apart. The thing is, I can't really tell in the video that's gonna fall. Like, I can see the butt moving down. See how it just, y'all can't tell, whatever. But anyways, y'all can watch it while I'm talking, because this is not a comfortable position to lay in, because I'm not actually laying the right way. Here comes another one. But, are you away from my bed already? Nope, we still got a little bit more to go. And it did fall. I was so effing right. Did y'all see it fall? Because when I was switching the camera, that's when it fell. It didn't fall on the bed, so I'm good in that sense of the word. It didn't fall on the bed. Roach number 2. coming? Do I normally get dropped? Oh my god. Anyways, there was another. Great. There was another one coming, but it's not there anymore. So I just pray to God it fell nowhere on the bed. I'm not gonna think like that. They're not on the bed. They didn't fall out. The girls are good. We're good. Not a problem. Okay, just breathe. We got this. We can finish this video. It's been taking too damn long. All right. So yeah. So I told my person, can you please let them know that I no longer need their services, because at the end of the day, what we need, they're not doing it. And regardless, I wasn't worried about CPS being called or anything. I'm just worried about not bringing more roaches. I'm worried about packing up to leave. So at this point, the belt to the vacuum had broken. My worker was here. So when the worker calls Biba to let her know, maybe I'll get a little more comfortable. I can stop looking at the ceiling. Like I'm being real paranoid right now. Real paranoid right now. Because I woke up with so many of them on the wall and on the ceiling. I woke up with like no jokes. All BS aside. Hold on, y'all. I got a wedgie. Sorry. Apologize. Got a wedgie. I gotta fix it. I woke up with so many on the damn ceiling and so many of the ones that actually fall that like I'm feeling like today's gonna be really hard for me. Okay. So the vacuum, the belt had broken. I didn't want to buy. Originally, I was thinking about buying another vacuum. So I was like, alright, whatever. I'll buy the vacuum. I'm saying so this way we can finish and leave the apartment as clean as possible. Sorry. Leave the apartment as clean as possible. Because I already know that I'm gonna have to leave the couches in here. I already know that I'm gonna have to leave the dresser in here because we don't have no way of moving it. My daughter's father, for somebody who has a lot of friends, couldn't find somebody to come with him. I mean, I offered to Uber them from wherever to come move the stuff out and then Uber them back to wherever the fuck they had to go. Like, but whatever. So, I was saying something. I'm always saying something. I'm just trying to remind myself what it was. I'm so fucking mad. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have a straight up panic attack today. Like, a serious, really bad anxiety and panic attack today. I think that's exactly the route that it's going, and this is not gonna be good. Because I cannot end up in nobody's hospital. I gotta get my kids out of here. Dude, the room is spinning right now, and I'm trying to seriously. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm trying to get my bearings, but it doesn't look like my bearings gonna work with me today. So, I'm just gonna have to, like, whatever. So, the belt broke, whatever. Like I said, we're in the middle of. Was there one on top that was little? I don't see it anymore. But I thought there was. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. So my worker and I had already come up with a game plan. I was gonna leave out of here by the 6th, because by the 6th when the rent is due, I'm not paying these suckers anything. I'm gonna break the lease. Like, I was trying to be a good tenant and stay, and no, now I'm breaking my lease. So I opted to break my lease and leave. So my case manager already knows this, and she already knows that I told her, like, on XYZ date is by the time I plan on being out of here. So in other words, like, I'm just gonna need your help type of ordeal. And we already talked about getting a storage unit. Like, we already talked about getting a storage unit that wasn't gonna be too far from next to stay. We already talked about how the first month for the storage unit is free. It's just, I'm sorry, not fee, but the administration fee, and then like the next month you pay. I have 30, like pretty much a month to get the stuff out of there and put it in another storage unit or something like that, or have Beva go in and do a storage unit under her name so we can get the first free whatever, and then switch it from my unit to her unit, whatever. We already had a game plan to make it work. Just like we were gonna, whatever, I can't remember what that was, but we already had our game plan, so it was already knowing what to do. She already knew that she had some time she was gonna be able to fit in so we can get this done. But even then, I feel like her timing she didn't give it a priority either. So, but whatever, I'm not gonna say anything. She has other clients. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Beva is not her client. I am, even though she's still gonna bill my insurance because she's helping me by helping Beva. But like, whatever. So, if the Beva's person would have did the same thing as mine, CPS wouldn't be here, because in less than 2 hours, Beva was able to do in the front room what we would have been able to knock out if we were together. We would have knocked it out in less time though, because we were both cleaning together. She's just helping her and guiding her. But she did it with no problem, not an issue. Delano came and fucked it up later on, and we got to clean it again. But you know what I'm saying, not an issue. Like, it was done. So why couldn't her worker do that? So, anyways, her worker calls. And she's like, basically, she's outside. So I'm like, Beba, no, you can't, because you're about to leave with mine to go buy the boat. Like, what the fuck? Did you just, hello? Like, what? So, oh, no. Yes, bitch, you did fall on me. Did I get you completely off the bed? Yep, there you go. Oh, I did. I knew you fell. Thank God I saw where you went. You fell right on top of me. Okay, I just need you to stay over here. Please don't come over in this direction. I've already had enough roaches disturb this video, and it's already been 42 minutes. But, so she's like, well, because I can hear her, because holding the phone on my side so I can hear as well. Like, well, are you leaving now? Yes, we're about to leave now. When you called, I was just getting ready to, get out the door. And then she was like basically with an attitude because Beba wasn't coming out. So Beba hangs up. So right then and there, I'm like, you know what? This is where enough is enough. I'm sorry. Like, if they're supposed to be helping at home, why are they scanning outside? Now, to me, this is suspicious. This is y'all being sneaky. And that's why I said I no longer want y'all services. And then the day after I say I no longer want y'all services, who's knocking on my door? CPS. We don't know people. So I damn well know it's not people calling, because we don't know nobody. Nobody comes to visit. Like, we don't go nowhere. We stay to ourselves. We mind our business. Like, so as soon as the CPS lady said about the smell of pee, that's how I knew it was them. First of all, y'all mandated reporters, correct? Y'all is. But if y'all was going to report, y'all was supposed to report from the time that I first walked into this apartment. And then not just that. Well, they couldn't, because the apartment was actually clean. Like, thoroughly, completely clean. That wasn't going to work. But anyways, y'all know the point that I'm trying to make. So, not only that, though, you're billing our insurance to provide the same services that we're asking for that you're not providing, but you call CPS on me for. And then not just that, how am I physically neglecting my kids when I'm physically hostage in my room? If you're a mental health care provider, you should know how serious anxiety and phobia are. This is not a joke. You guys saw me stand there. And I was trying to kill the roach. And I couldn't. Y'all saw, like, I can't. Dude, to get the roach off of me, I had to do the blanket and push the blanket off to get the roach off. I can't even go to smash them. Just being close to them, I start breathing hard. My chest starts to get tight. Like I'm literally being jeopardized for what is disabling me. So I want my kids to live this way. I'm neglecting my kids physically on purpose. That to me is the lowest motherfucking blow ever. Cause as many as times I should fuck these little baby kids up, let me stop, they're not baby kids, those are my babies. As much as I would love to, like, sometimes be like, let me whoop your little ass, maybe you'll get your shit together. I don't. And I don't. Like, I'll snap at you, whatever, tell you to go clean something, go do something, and get you on my face because I don't want to flip on you or bipolarly, like, come at you because I know how that is. My mom used to do that shit to me. And I be trying my hardest to control my bipolar. So, no, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to put myself in a situation where that's what's going to happen. So, I just rather just, just go. Just go about your business. And it bounced. I never knew these suckers bounce when they fall. That's why it bounced. It bounced. Bro, it didn't bounce. It jumped. Yo, it's safe. It went It went boing, and landed on his feet. It bounced. Yo. So anyways, I asked for the services to be taken away. I also asked her to let them know, please don't call me. Because the boss of that worker is a trigger for me. The way she speaks so condescending and like makes it seem like she's listening to you, but she's not. Like, she fake and phony. I don't vibe with her. I never did vibe with her from the moment that I met her. And I should have listened to myself then, but because I don't know any other at-home services or whatever the case may be, and I thought since Gabe, and that's her best friend, and she's really good at her job. So now I got CPS. And all because the same people that I asked help from didn't help me. The same people who were getting paid to help me didn't help me. I already have trust issues. Now, I can't see myself getting services. How? My trust was violated. I got raped, molested, touched, however you want to put it. My whole PTSD was triggered. Like I told a CPS worker, so can I report them? Because, like, for real. But this whole shit is bothering me. I trusted these people with my kids. And it's not lyrical. Lyrical has nothing to do with the damn equation, bruh. Nothing at all. Like, yo. And the sad part is, everybody that could help me is like miles away. But it don't matter. This is my life. This is my problem. These are my kids. And I'm gonna re-say this again. It's not like this house is dirty with like rotten food everywhere and all that shit. It's the typical, I drop something like, the kids are playing around, whatever, they didn't pick up their mess, whatever. But mainly with Delano, he tends to like, the way that he plays is really weird, but he tends to make a big ass mess when he fucking plays. Like, he can even play with a damn bag, and that bag ends up in freaking pieces all over the place. Like, I was playing, okay, but what game? I don't know no game that requires a bag to be pieces everywhere. Like, huh? And then we try to get him to clean it up. Since it's Beba trying to do it, it's a war. If it's me, like, he'll, but he'll still do it. But again, we're leaving to the extended stay. My kids are not in danger. I mean, CPS was called. I'm not even mad about it. You're one of the ones that fall. Alright, you know what? Enough is enough. Beba, Beba, I need you to please get that one before the falls. Because I've already had to defuse a couple of them that's been falling, trying to fall on y'all. Oh, never mind. It went away. Go back to sleep. It's going in the opposite direction. So, but yeah, so, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. But anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, this whole thing is blowing my mind. I said I wanted to call CPS on myself. So I'm not necessarily mad that CPS was called. Because yes, I don't feel like my kids should live like this. And honestly, if I would know that CPS would help me, like, you know what I'm saying, get an apartment or help me financially, however, to get my kids out of here, yeah, I'd call CPS on myself. Yes, I would. And that's the whole reason why my suicide is so bad. I feel like my kids are worse with me than without me. So if I feel like I'm harming them myself, then why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I here? There's no reason for me to be here on this earth at all. So am I pissed that CPS itself got called per se? No. No, not at all. I'm pissed at the people that I trusted. Instead of helping me, called CPS on me. That's what I'm pissed about. The people that were supposed to help us to diminish this, help them build those cleaning skills, build those organization skills, build all these skills that they need in life for life, period, didn't actually do that. They didn't provide their services. They actually just, yo, bro, I feel like I can really sue these suckers. Like, I'm tired of people always playing mental health people for stupid or for dumb, yo. I'm tired of it. Just because we have mental health issues does not mean we do not know how to take care of our kids. Yes, there's some people who can't. But I'm not one of those. So why don't you just help me? I'm not from this state. I don't know no services. If I was in CT, first of all, we would never be living with roaches. Ever. Ever. Point blank. Period. I'd have been like, hey sis, or hey cuz, can we crash with you for like a night or two so that I can bomb and get rid of these suckers? First of all, I never moved in if I would have seen any roach um stuff. This apartment, excuse me, this apartment we didn't get to see before we moved in, so this was a rush. I finally found a place that was willing to work with my 1099. Bam, boom, boom, we're in. Like, we never saw the apartment beforehand, so I don't know if there were signs or, you know, whatever, roaches. So, but, like, this would never happen. This would definitely never freaking happen at all. So I wouldn't, like, I don't know what to do down here. Like, I explained to the CPS lady, nobody has services. Anybody that we call and ask, nobody knows who helps. Nobody knows who to call. Nobody knows. So what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna do the best that I can. And unfortunately, I fell sick. And unfortunately, when I fell ill, everything else started going downhill. The kids started going downhill. COVID hit. World War III started in my house. Like, what do you want? This isn't a regular household. And that's why when I broke down in front of the CPS lady, I was like, yo, I'm tired. I'm so tired of people always coming for me when all I'm trying to do is raise my kids and provide them with the best that I can. And then what makes it crappy is if y'all watch any past videos, I've said in these past videos before that I feel like I should call CPS on myself. But the fact that these people did it and didn't even bother to help, like, when we asked for the help, specifically what needed to be done these last 2 weeks, it wasn't done. When I spoke verbally to let the boss know what needed to be done, It still wasn't done. So how is this? Yo, whatever. My trust is broken. Like, I don't believe when people tell me anything. Like, as much as I love people, if you tell me you're gonna do this, I'll go, okay, great, thank you. That's always gonna be my response. Do I believe it's going to happen? No. Am I waiting for it to happen? No. Do I expect for it to happen? No. When it does happen, am I surprised as fuck? Yes. Do I appreciate it when it does happen? Hell yeah. Do I count on it though? No. Because at any moment in time, that person can all of a sudden get up and say, I don't feel like doing this shit no more. So I'm not gonna help it. And then I was relying on it, and then what? So no. Like, even when Maria told me, hold on for me for 3 weeks, like, I'm gonna be there, I'll be there in 3 weeks, I'll be there in 3 weeks, don't worry about it, like, we'll help you, we'll get this. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I'm not saying that she doesn't hold her word, like, or things like that. I don't believe anything anybody tells me that they're gonna do for me or my kids, because we have been promised so many things from healthcare providers, from this, from that, and nothing. Like, for example, I asked, how can I get a therapeutical dog? I've been saying Bev and Delano both need a therapeutical dog because of their autism, and Bev has high anxiety and stuff. And I could benefit from a therapeutical dog as well. Like, I've been begging since we've been down here. What's the process I need to do to get a therapeutical dog? That would help Bev out so much. I've been asking, how can I get my weed card? I mean, I'm already in the process of about to start working on that now. I think I finally got that answer. Did I? I think I did. Yeah, I'm in the process of trying, but I gotta get out of here first before I can do that. Plus, I need to pay, I guess, like 150 or was it something like that. So I need to put that to the side. But like, nobody has answers for anything. For anything, nothing at all. Nothing. Like, okay, thanks, thanks. So a person like me has nowhere to go now. And all that does is, and every time I get suicidal, it's gonna be harder and harder for me to stop it. Harder and harder for me to stop it. And this is all, wow. But this is really bothering me. And it's gonna keep bothering me. Because whenever my mom or anybody did something to me in my life, my brain, sorry if I have something over here, my brain will keep until I can understand it. And when it can't understand it, the hurt is just like, it's unbearable. You know what? I relive my hurts. I relive them because my mind will not stop um, um, analyzing the situation to try to figure out why or how, or to try to figure out warning signs to avoid future issues. But like, yeah. All right, y'all. It was nice chopping it up. Thank you for letting me vent. If y'all got this far in the video, I definitely appreciate it. But I gotta get my day started. We gotta finish the laundry. I want to get this table out of here and in the garbage. I think I'm just gonna have the TV in the living room thrown out. And just leave this TV. Yeah, we just got a lot of work to do because we only got like 3 or 4 more days before we get out of here. And that's only because I'm waiting for 2 packages that have to arrive that are a part of the press-on nail business. And then once those arrive, I'm free to go. But like I said, I want to leave the apartment being if possible. I don't have a car to keep going back and forth. We're going to be staying more to Uber, where we are going to be staying, to where we live right now, that's $30 one way. So if I was to say, okay, we're leaving to extended stay now, how am I gonna get back to Uber? Because all my money's going to pay for the extended stay. And that's just the other thing. Because I had to buy my computer, I can't pay up front a month of the extended stay. I'm only gonna be able to pay 2 weeks. So now it's going to be the same hassle and the same grind that I went through when we were living in extended stay the last time. I'm gonna have to now. I'm gonna have to allow myself at least a day or two to just mentally shut down, think of nothing, because I'm gonna be in a place with no roaches. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be good. So I need to just let my brain diffuse for 2 days. Just let it heal itself, let it think, let it do what it needs to do. And then I'm gonna hit up my job and ask if I can get my contract back or how I can go about getting my contract back. Y'all gonna be seeing my press on nails, our press on nails, y'all gonna be seeing our stickers. We're gonna start advertising it, get the website up, and another roach fell. Did y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear it, because for some reason my audio when it comes to YouTube goes in and out sometimes. I may not move my phone at all, and I'm not by the speaker, but for some reason my audio, only YouTube, no matter what I'm using this for, it doesn't. No, let me stop lying. I think one phone call did it, but I don't know. But anyways, it fell. I don't know if y'all heard it, but yeah, it fell. Like, I have my whole game plan. Like, if my taxes or my stimulus would have shown up, we wouldn't be in this situation. I'd have been ghost. I'd already had the money to apply for certain houses that I'm trying to get to rent. I would have already had the application being processed. Like, nobody had $50 for me to borrow to put an application in for an apartment. Nobody. I just hope that my mind doesn't start taking it out on those that are close to me. Just because it feels like it's not right. But it's nobody's fault but mine. All of this is my fault. All of it is my fault. I take ownership, responsibility, all of it. I had kids with conditions. I have conditions. It's all my fault. It just completely makes me feel like an utter fuck up. Like, my whole life, my mom was right. Anyways, y'all, have a blessed day, because I'm just gonna... Yeah, bye.